Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? It's another wonderful time with Oluwatoyin Ogunkomi. My name is Oluwatoyin Ogunkomi, and I'm here this evening to speak to us about how we can equip our children with skills for life. So, as a psychologist, as an entrepreneur, as an employee of labor and as an employer of labor, there are so many things I've noticed or I've come across when it comes to young adults and leaving home and going into the workplace. And the thing I've realized or I've noticed that not all are equipped with the basic life skills and executive functioning skills. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who've joined. Thank you to those who'll be watching the replay. As you are going along with me, I would like you to jot down your questions, jot down anything you want to discuss, and I'll definitely answer it. So this evening, I'll be speaking about how we can equip our children with skills for life, skills like life skills and executive functioning skills. And like I said, I've worked with I've been in the space of working with the families, working with children, and also working with young adults. And like I said earlier, I said we've realized that there's a gap, there's a skill gap with young adolescents. And I've seen the effect of children not being properly prepared with skills and life and tools for independent living. And that's one of the reasons myself and my husband founded the Gleekin Youth Development Academy. This is a platform for this is a platform for adolescents between the ages of 16 and 24. This platform is where we equip them with skills and tools, and we also mentor them for independent living. So I just want to say thank you again. So let's go straight into it. So when we talk about life skills, what are life skills? Life skills are those abilities, they're those knowledge or those things that are necessary for an individual to be effective or to effectively navigate and manage various aspects of daily living. Life skills are very important. These are, they're very important in everyday living. They are they are important because they promote independence. Life skills empowers individuals to take control of their lives and also to make decisions that are best for them. So it's very important as parents that we equip our children with life skills, because these life skills help them to navigate the real world, helps them to there will be challenges will come up, they will face obstacles. Well, when your children are equipped with the right life skills, it helps them to overcome these challenges, and also it creates opportunities for them in the real world. Another reason we need to um, equip our children with life skills is that it improves their mental and physical well-being. So life skills such as stress management would help them in terms of their physical well-being. Life skills like emotional intelligence will help them when it comes to them having a good relationship with other people. Life skills are very important. Another reason we need to equip our children with life skills is that it enhances their chances of getting employment. It enhances their employability. Life skills such as communication, teamwork, problem solving, decision making. These are skills that are highly valued by employers. I know as parents, it's important that we start teaching our children these life skills right from home. Life skills also improves the quality of life. So, for example, someone who for example, it helps individuals to live a more fulfilling and satisfying life by allowing them to achieve. So you have someone who has set goals, you have someone who has been equipped with skills to achieve these goals. You will know that that person would live a good quality of life. And another reason we need to equip our children with life skills is that it fosters resilience. I remember having a conversation with with a gentleman recently, and the person was like, "Oh, anything, I don't like hearing no. I don't like meeting obstacles. I just want to keep going. I'm like, in life you would meet obstacles. In life there will be challenges, but your ability to overcome these challenges is a function of the life skills you've developed, is a function of the life skills you've equipped yourself with. So as parents, it's very important that we equip our children with life skills. So I'm going to mention a few life skills that we can equip our children with. We have life skills like we have decision making. Decision making is a great life skill that we need to teach our children. We have life skills like personal and home maintenance. What do I mean by personal and home maintenance? The ability for your child to take care of himself, to his health, his physical, his mental, his emotional well-being is very important. Also, home maintenance, the ability for your child to take care of his home environment, to be able to change the bulb, be able to fix the tire, all those basic home maintenance. It's very important we teach them. Another life skill we can teach our children is problem solving skill, the ability to identify a problem and the ability to prefer solutions to that problem, the ability to come up with options. It's very important we teach our children this. Also, communication, the ability for your children to interact, to express themselves, to be able to express their feelings, their thoughts, their ideas logically is very important. Communication skill, effective communication skill is an important skill we need to teach our children. We also have negotiation, the ability to negotiate properly, the ability to there's a situation and they can actually say, oh, what about this? It's very important to teach them that. Also, when we have critical and creative thinking, that's another great skill. Of these are great skills we need to teach our children: the ability to think critically and the ability to be creative in our thinking. I remember there was a time when my daughter, she was like, "Oh, mommy, I'm bored," and I was like, "Okay, just go." I gave her a piece of paper. I gave her like A4 papers. I gave her a pen, crayon. Go and do something with that. It's not all the time you have to use the tab or you have to be on a device. Go and do something. And guess what? My daughter went. She wrote a story, and within 1 hour to 2 hours, she was able to write lengthy stories. So our children are actually creative when we give them the opportunity to be creative. It's not all the time they need to be by the system or on the phone. They need to start using the creativity God has given to them. And it starts from home. We help them to enhance, we help them to bring out this creativity when we expose them to activities whereby they can use this creativity. Another skill we need to teach our children is empathy and emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, the ability for them to identify their triggers, the ability for them to understand their emotions, the ability for them to express themselves, the ability for them to express themselves is very important. The ability for them to express how they feel, to express their emotions, very important. And also empathy, the ability for them to, be able to feel what other people are feeling. Not for them to be selfish and self-centered. So it all starts from them. Another skill we can teach our children is a financial intelligence, the ability to budget, to save, to create a budget, to live, to save, to invest. These are things we need to start teaching them from home. Another skill we need to teach our children is social intelligence, the ability to interact with other people, the ability to start a relationship and to maintain relationships. Time management. ability for them to create schedules, to manage their time effectively. This is another important skills we need to teach our children. Then navigational skill. This is one of the skills I love the most. Do you know why I love the navigational skill? It makes life easy for you, the parent. So as parents, it's important we teach our children how to navigate from one area, from one part of the, from one within your city, from one location to another location, from one city to another city, from one country to another country. It's very important we teach them these before they leave home. Like I said, when it comes to navigational skills, it makes life easy for you, the parent. You're able to send them on errands. Yeah, they can do they can run errands for you, and instead of you driving them up and down all the time, especially when they're in their teenage years, it's easier for them to move around. So it makes life easy for you and also makes life easy for them. So as parents, it's very important that we equip our children with this skill. That's the navigational skill. Then we also have decision making skills, employability skills, and goal setting is a skill. So as parents, like I said, these skills are very important that we teach them. And the best way we can teach our children all these skills is by us, the parents, modeling this skill. So like there's this saying that goes that you cannot teach or you cannot give what you don't have. So if as a parent you don't have these skills, it's very important that you equip yourself first with these skills so that it becomes easier for you to equip your children with these skills. So another thing we need to know when it comes to equipping our children is that apart from us modeling these skills, we need to also create opportunities for them to learn these skills. So opportunities like house chores, volunteering, helping them to create schedules before they leave home, teaching them how to plan ahead, helping them. We can also use puzzles, gamificate games for them to learn these skills. Then also the use of journals, another way of equipping them with these skills when they have a job, especially when it comes to time management. They should be able to have like a schedule, a to-do list, something that would help them to manage their time effectively. And as parents, like I said, we have to be the first person to we have to be able to have these skills as parents, so it will be easier for us to model these skills to them. Now, I would like to talk about executive functioning skills. So when we talk about functioning skills, this is another set of skills we need to equip our children with before they leave home. Why do we need to equip them with executive functioning skills? The brain of every child is fully developed by between ages 24 and 25. So for children in the home between 0 and 24, their brain is still developing, especially the parts where they use the part used for executive functioning, the part that is used for carrying out those executive tasks. So as parents, it's important that we start teaching them from home how to use these skills or how to develop these skills so that by the time they leave home, by the time the brain is fully developed, they already have these skills. They've already learned how to use these skills. So what are executive functioning skills? These are sets of cognitive abilities that can help an individual to plan, to focus, to pay attention, to remember instructions, and to juggle multiple tasks. Executive functioning skills these are very important skills that we need to teach our children. These are skills that will help them to become independent. These are skills that will help them to, apart from being independent, these are skills that will help them these are skills that will help them to function independently and also to achieve goals and to complete tasks. As parents, please note executive functioning skills are very, very important. Executive functioning skills are very important, and they're different there are different executive functioning skills which I would mention. So examples of these executive functioning skills are: we have a working memory, we have planning, we have organization, we have self control, we have task initiation, we have time management, we have perseverance, very important, flexibility, and tension. So, under perseverance, I would say grit and resilience. They are part of perseverance. So, like I said, let me mention the examples of the or the different types of executive functioning skills. We have working memory, we have task initiation, we have planning, we have organization, we have self control, we have time management, we have attention, and we also have mental flexibility. We also have mental flexibility. So it's important that we teach our children these skills. These skills are very, very, very important. As parents, executive functioning skills would help your children to become independent, to function independently, and also help them to achieve tasks and to achieve goals and complete tasks. So let me explain each of these executive functioning skills. So we have the working memory. What do I mean by working memory? This is the ability for a child or for an individual to hold and manipulate information in their mind over short periods of time. An easy way of teaching your children this is by using games like different types of games that there are games like I see with my little eye, memory games, multiplication, telling them to recite multiplication tables. These are memory, these are skills, these are abilities that will help them to hold and manipulate information in their mind over a short period of time. We also have self control, also known as inhibitory skills. These are skills or abilities that help us to resist distraction and to control impulses. And one way of teaching them this is by using puzzles. When you have all these 1,000 puzzle, you have all these small puzzle. The ability to concentrate and to be focused and to avoid distractions is very important. And we need to start teaching them this from home. House chores is one great way of teaching our children these skills. We also have planning and organization. This is the ability for your child to break down tasks into smaller parts, to prioritize these tasks, and also to create a plan on how to achieve them. So, for example, your child wants so one great way of teaching this skill is by cooking, teaching them how to cook. Because when it comes to cooking, your child wants to cook, let's for example, jollof rice. The jollof rice will not just appear, right? So the child needs to know that, okay, I need to get rice, I need to get my tomato paste, my tomatoes, my pepper, my oil, my seasoning, and all that, onions and all that. So your child is able to break down the tasks of cooking jollof rice into smaller parts and would also learn how to prioritize. Okay, what goes in first? Do I boil my rice first, or do I do the one where I will just cook the stew first? And your child is able to create a plan on how to complete that task of cooking jollof rice. So it's very important as parents that we take our time to teach these children these skills. Another executive functioning skill we can teach our children is known as a task initiation. That is the ability to begin a task without procrastination. I know. So if as a parent you are still prompting, you are still telling your child, oh, have you done this? Have you cleaned your room? Have you arranged your bed? You keep prompting your child. That means the child lacks this skill, task initiation skill. That is the ability to begin a task without being told and without procrastination. And as parents, it's very important. One way we can teach them this is to create a routine for them so that they know that at the end of this task, this is the next task they will do, that is the next task they will do, and that is the next task they will do. And as parents, as we are teaching them these skills, please let us also reward them whenever they are able to achieve that milestone. Another executive functioning skill we can teach our children is time management, the ability to use time effectively and efficiently. And another tool we can use in teaching them this skill is timer, schedule, to-do list. This is all these tools are great ways of teaching our children how to manage their time, how to, allocate time to different activities. And that's why in schools we have timetable, we have different things that the schools have created for children on how to manage their time. But at home, do we still use these tools? As parents, it's very important that we help our children to develop these skills through childhood and adolescence, because when they are equipped with these skills, it will help them it will help them when they leave home and they start living alone, because you will not be with them. So, for example, you have a child in university. Are you going to start following the child, telling the child, "Oh, have you read? Have you arranged your room? Have you eaten? Have you?" Mm-mm. These are skills your children should have learned from home. These are skills your children should have learned from home. So it's very important as parents that we take our time to teach our children these skills. So I was giving examples of different ways of how we can teach our children executive functioning skills. So for one, first and foremost, we need to know that we need to lead by example. Our children learn by observation. So if as parents you do not know how to plan and organize yourself, it will be difficult for your children to learn that habit. If as parents you are not time conscious, or you're not able to manage your time effectively, it will be difficult for your children to learn these skills. So, as parents, please always remember that you are your child's first role model. Teaching our children how to plan and organize. I said we can teach them we can help them to, we can use different tools. And one way is by teaching them how to cook. Also, another way is by teaching them how to create schedules for themselves, by giving them calendars. There are different tools we can use in teaching our children executive functioning skills. So, for example, how do we encourage our children to have mental flexibility? We need to provide them with opportunities to experience new and different things. So for example, your child has learned about um, um, animals in school. Why don't you take them to a zoo so that they can actually see these animals themselves, let them experience these things by themselves? As parents, like I said, it's very important that we teach them these skills. It's very important that we create opportunity for them to learn these skills. So when it comes to self-control, one way we can teach them self-control is by setting limits for them, by providing them with clear rules and consequence. I remember I had this conversation with a parent today, where I was telling the parent that, see, if you have a child that has no boundary, that the child is set for destruction. So it's important for parents to set boundaries for their children, to set limits, and to provide clear rules and consequences for them if they do not follow these limits and these boundaries you've set for them. And I spoke about time management. I said time management too. We can guide our children in learning how to manage their time effectively by setting goals, by using timer. One thing I did for my daughter, because of her personality type, she could be distracted by other things. One thing I did for her is that anytime she has a task to do, I will turn the timer of the oven to the exact minute or time I want. So if it's for 5 minutes, I'll turn the timer in the oven timer to like 5 minutes, so that as the time is ticking, she knows her time is going. As the time is ticking, she knows her time is going. So it's important as parents that we take our time to teach our children all these skills. So one of the things I've done for parents is that I've created an ebook titled Equipping Our Children for Life, where I've written out all these skills, and I've written out how they can develop, how we can teach them these skills from home. And the ebook is just going for 1,500 naira. So if you're interested, I will put the link to get the ebook at the end of the video. And it's going for just 1,500 naira. And the ebook is to teach us how to equip our children with life skills and executive functioning skills. And like I said when I started, I said it's important we equip our children with these skills because it will develop them for independence. Life skills help our children to become independent. It helps them to function independently without you. I also spoke about the fact that life skills help children to navigate the real world. It helps them to navigate the various challenges and opportunities that they will encounter in the real world. Skills helps them to improve their mental and physical well-being. Skills help them to maintain good relationship with other people. Skills help our children to it provides or it enhances their chances of getting employed, great employability chances. Also, skills foster resilience in our children. The ability for your child to manage his time, problem solve, effective communication, if communicate effectively, can help them to cope with difficult situations and to adapt with change and bounce back from setback. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched this video. If you want more information, you can go to my website www.oluwatoyinogunkomi.com. Here you would let you I have so many books that I've written, so many content, and also you can check my YouTube channel for different videos on different topics that has to do with parenting your children and parenting your adolescent. So I just want to say thank you so much. Have a nice evening, and leave your comments in the comment section. So, good night.